Tuskegee University has implemented a new dress code. And they said now, no bonnets, no durags, no pajamas, no house slippers should be worn to class. Now I can tell we're an older congregation because that makes sense to me. But what's surprising about it is that there's pushback.
So I'm gonna say something that might be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I think that the Tuskegee University decision to ban bonnets and durags and pajamas or whatever else from the classroom is a bit much and likely probably rooted in some respectability politics. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the importance of students knowing, what is professional to wear, what should you wear in what setting. I 100% get that. However, I don't necessarily think the classroom is the place to enforce that, because at the end of the day, as a college professor, I'm just happy you showed up to class. I've seen my students come to class wearing things that I'm like, I probably wouldn't have worn that to class as a student, but you're here, you're engaged, you're ready to learn. Cool, I don't care. It's such a non-problem for me, unless it was something like extremely inappropriate to a point where something needs to be said at that moment.
If you watch my content in the past, you know that I don't like too much talked about in the pulpit. I like to stick to the word. But there are some things that have been brought up. And because this pastor brought up the Tuskegee bonnet and do-rag pajamas and slipper situation, I want you to join the conversation with me. Now, before I show you some more clips, do me a favor. Hype this video, like this video so other people can come join the conversation. Turn on your notifications so that you know when I pop on. Subscribe to the channel. Shop at CorgineHair.com. We have 5 great products. Clarifying shampoo only needs to be used once a month, removes buildup. Deep conditioner can be used every single time you wash because it's going to give you the moisture that you need for your hair. And we have our curling cream, foam mousse. Those two together as a cocktail will, oh my God, when I tell you they're moisturizer, ooh, y'all don't even understand. You can use it on twist out, roller set, rod set, you name it, but it does the trick. And oil, you can use the oil if you're having thinning or experiencing hair loss. It helps to promote hair growth. You can also use it to shine the hair and add it onto your strands. Now that I've given you the breakdown of the products, I want to get into the clips and talk about the conversation. So let's watch.
Tuskegee has a great idea. I'm in agreement with it, but you can't fix the exterior until you deal with the, because what we have to ask ourselves, why has there been such a decline in our own self-esteem and self-worth that we would literally defend going outside in bedclothes? That we somehow, you are stripping me of my cultural identity and my artistic expression. No, we got to get to the issue is, where have you lost your self-respect that you've allowed laziness to get you to a place you can't take your hair rollers out and put your pajamas up, put some clothes on, and go to class. When I went to college, we were suited and booted on the yard. We stepped out of a blazer, a tie, and we had a Leatherman jacket on. Girls had their poodle skirts on. Brothers had their suits on. Come on, we were sharp because we cared about ourselves. They didn't want us to be there, and we had to fight to get there. And while we was on the yard, we gonna look like we belong, because that's who we are on the inside first.
A lot of y'all are not prepared for the real world. Y'all live in this little fantasy world of what you wish the world was versus what it is, and you're going to get a rude awakening. When I first started my career, I had an eyebrow ring in my eye. I done talked about this before. And a lady came to me, and she was kind of like a mentor to me. But at that time, I wasn't know-it-all. I thought I knew it all. I thought couldn't nobody tell me nothing but my parents. And she came to me and she said, Dana, I ain't trying to be funny, but I would take the eyebrow ring out. I think it would look a lot more professional if you took the eyebrow ring out. And as soon as she said that, I'm like, man, ain't nobody listening to you, girl. Like, why'd you worried about my eyebrow ring? My eyebrow ring ain't hurt nobody. I can do my job with the eyebrow ring in. Because I hear a lot of y'all saying, me having on a do-rag, me wearing a bonnet, that don't stop me from my grades being good. No, it don't stop that. But it stops other things.
Speaking of stopping other things, I remember back in the day when I was like a teeny bopper and I was looking for a job, and Applebee's had just opened up in our neighborhood. And it was pretty new to us. We never had heard of Applebee's. Nonetheless, I went to an interview and I had an earring in my tongue, a tongue piercing. Stop judging. I feel you already judging through the screen. I told you that I was a heathen back in the day, okay? And I have repented. Now moving on. Well, anyway, after the interview was done, I did a great job. The person who interviewed me said, "Can you remove that tongue piercing?" And I would have the job. I did not want to remove my tongue piercing, and I did not remove it. Now, in that interview, I was trying to speak with my mouth closed, kind of like, to hide the piercing in my tongue, but it's a silver ball, so I'm pretty sure the person saw it. Of course they saw it. They asked me to remove it. My point is, there are things that we can do to ourselves, or the way we can go outside looking, that will tell people something that we really don't want them to think about us. The way we show up is really, really important. It's really important how we show up in the world. It's not about impressing other people, but it's how do you want to be seen and viewed, and how do you want to be approached? I know that when I go out and I'm dressed up, and let's say if I'm coming from church or something, I can tell the difference in how I'm treated versus if I go out in a t-shirt and some joggers and one of my baseball caps, right? The treatment is very different. Now, I'm not saying I'm treated poorly, but I do get more respect when I'm dressed up and looking nice versus when I have my baseball cap and jogging pants on. So I think we need to think about how we want to be approached. That we need to take that into consideration, because do you want to be taken seriously, or do you not want to be taken seriously? I don't know. Just a thought, and I thought we'd discuss it. So let me know what you think about it. Drop your comments below, because that's what I'm here for.